Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. It's Chinese New Year's Eve and I'm going to roast a chicken for a little dinner party tonight. It's going to be very simple and basic, but hopefully it'll be nice and brown and crispy on the outside and good. Before putting on all the spices on the chicken, make sure you rub it all over, front, back, upside down, all the sides with olive oil. That'll help the spices stick to it as well, and also help keep the juices in the chicken. I've already done this before I start putting the spices on it. The first thing I want to do quite a few hours before I start to bake it is to season it all real good on the inside and outside, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours before we start to bake it. That's supposed to maybe make the skin more crispy when you bake it, to get all the spices and stuff on the top of the skin here. So first thing let's go ahead and do is stuff, we'll season the inside of the chicken and then we'll stuff it with some vegetables. I've cleaned out, of course, any of the gizzards and stuff that were inside. I'm gonna season well with salt. I've got some lemon pepper. Again, I'm going to put quite a bit in on the inside. And then rather than do all the rosemary, thyme, parsley, sage, all that, I'm just going to use Italian seasoning today, which has got all that in it anyway. All right, I took a half a lime and quartered it. So I'll squeeze the juice and then just throw the whole quartered lime inside. I've got just the tops of about 3 or 4 stalks of celery. This is a good thing to use them on instead of throw them away. We're just going to season up our chicken with it. And then same thing, I got about 3 onions and I'm just using all the green tops. There, it's, I think, pretty good. All right, now we'll do same thing with the spices here on the outside. I'm going to salt it very well. And this will be breast up, how we're cooking this. So I guess, yeah, what the salt and these spices are gonna do is to maybe pull that moisture out of that skin, and therefore it'll, when we're baking it, it'll bake real nice and crispy. Okay, lots of lemon pepper. Now our Italian seasoning. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pat this and push it in. Now if you wanted to, you could get some fresh parsley or sage and kind of put it on top and make it look real pretty. But here's what we have here. It looks pretty nice the way it is. Okay, we're gonna put this in the refrigerator, uncovered, just exactly how it is, for I guess maybe 2 hours. We'll take it out for an hour before we start roasting. And while I have the cutting board out and the celery, I'm gonna go ahead. I got 2 long pieces of celery washed. Let's cut them in half. So now we got 4 pretty lengthy pieces. I've got 1 carrot, it's a huge carrot. I'm going to, well, I have it cut in half lengthwise. I'm going to cut it in half widthwise as well, because it's so big around. All right. And then what we're going to do with that is we're just going to put it in the roasting pan, something like this, and then we'll set the chicken on top of it, and then we'll have a little bit of vegetables, I guess, to go with it. And it also kind of keeps the chicken off the bottom of the pan. Before putting on all the spices on the chicken, make sure you rub it all over, front, back, upside down, all the sides with olive oil. That'll help the spices stick to it as well, and also help keep the juices in the chicken. I've already done this before I start putting the spices on it. Okay, I got my little baking pan. I got my carrots and celery on the bottom. Let's put the chicken on top. All right, my oven is almost preheated to 425. We're going to cook this at a pretty high temperature. That way we should get a nice brown, crispy skin on this. I've decided at the last minute we got to have some garlic in here. I'm going to sprinkle with some garlic powder. I could have put a couple of garlic cloves in the cavity, but that's okay. All right, we want to put some kind of juice, liquid on the bottom here. So I've got, it's like 3/4 of a cup here of chicken broth. Then I'm going to add about maybe a half a cup of just whatever your favorite white wine. I've got a Chardonnay here. We're not going to baste this, I don't think. Maybe a little bit towards the end, because I want this skin to really be nice and brown and crispy. Maybe I'll baste it towards the end. I don't know. We'll take a look at it and see what it looks like. And I'm not going to turn this much. You know, turkeys I usually turn every 15 or 20 minutes. This one here, I think I might just turn a fourth of the way, about maybe halfway through the cooking process. I'm going to bake this or roast this for 90 minutes because this was almost a 6-pound chicken. It was 5.8 pounds. I'll probably set the timer for like 45 minutes. I'll take a look at it, turn it fourth, and we'll just see how it's looking. If it's looking like it's cooked browning too quick, we may turn it down a little bit, or towards the end maybe cover it with foil. But a lot of this stuff, it depends on your temperatures of your oven, how your oven cooks, and you just have to kind of look at it as you go through the process. But for now, we're going to stick this in here for 45 minutes, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, I kept thinking why I didn't have to tie the legs up. It's because I had the chicken upside down. So now we got it the right way, and the wings are going to fall out, but that's okay because you want the wings really well done and crispy anyway. I'm not going to worry about that. But let's go ahead and tie these legs up. Now all we got to do is put all the spices on the other side here. So lots of salt. This will be good because we'll have spices, not really good on all sides of the chicken. Lots of salt, lemon pepper, and our Italian herbs. When I say spices, I mean spices, herbs, minerals, all that stuff. Okay, now we're ready to put in the oven. And don't forget to put the thermometer in the chicken. So it took about an hour and 50 minutes because this was like a 6-pound chicken. The temperature's right at 160, so that's good. Here we have it. Looks nice and brown. Looks great. Can't wait to try it. I'll have to tell you, the lemon pepper really made a big addition to this, and I really liked it. So there you have our roast chicken for Chinese New Year. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Dead Foodie right over there. Thank you for watching.